Alright, scholars, hope everyone's having a good day today. So today we will be solving two-step equations. Alright, we're going to do a few of these together, and a lot of this first section will be with partner work, but I'll guide you through it. Alright, so this first problem here, number 1, is a basic two-step equation. So our end goal, what we want to solve here, is for this variable a. So we're solving for a right there. Let me grab a separate sheet of paper really quick. Alrighty. So the first step we need to do in this equation is do the inverse operations. So our first operation we need to do is the opposite of adding 3. So the opposite of adding 3 is subtracting 3. Sorry for this focus right now. Give me 1 second. No. Hold on. There we go. Alright, so our first step we need to do is subtract 3 from this problem. And if we do positive 3 minus 3, we get 0. We can draw our line. And we have to balance it out. What we do to one side, we do to the other side. So then 11 minus 3, we get 8. And we drop down the equation. So now we have 4a equals 8. Alright, we only have one step left with this equation. So now we see that our coefficient here of 4 is right next to the variable a, so we can know that this is a multiplication operation. So now we just need to do the opposite of that, which is division. So we divide out the coefficient, and the coefficient alone. And then what we do to one side, we do to the other, got to balance it out. And we have our answer. So a equals 2. And that is our two-step equation for this. So now, with your elbow partner, we're going to take 3 minutes, try completing 2 through 6 right here. So 2 through 6 with your elbow partner. And so 3 minutes will begin right now. Now we're going to bring it back. So our next type of equation we're going to try doing is 7 right here, where we have a fraction, a whole number, and then our answer on that right side. Alright, so this is the same two-step solution that we can do. So since we know that x is over 6, right, we have to get rid of the denominator. And the denominator here is 6. So what we can do here is multiply, let me rewrite the equation down here really quick, plus 4 equals 15, right? So we do the inverse of whatever this 1 over 6 is, and that would be 6 over 1. So we multiply 6 over 1. We are multiplying because this is a fraction. And the operation of a fraction is division. So now that we do this, you can cross out the 6's when you cross multiply, because if you do 6 times 1 over 1 times 6, you'll just get 1. So 1, 1. And then what you do to one side, you ought to do the other. So we multiply it by 6 over 1, which is the same thing as times 6. Alright, and now we can drop this down, so we have 4 equals, and we have 15 times 6. Alright, so now we are at x plus 4 equals 90. Equals 90 because if we do 6 times 10, that is 60. 6 times 5, we get 30. Add them together, we get 90. Now the next step, all we need to do is do the inverse operation again. Alright, so the opposite operation of adding 4, subtracting 4, we get 0. What we do to one side, we do to the other. So now subtract 4. 90 minus 4 is 86. So x equals 86 in this problem. Alright, so I know these types of problems are a little more difficult to do. Alright, but we'll be able to work with a partner for this section as well. So for this part, let's try to take 4 minutes to try completing 8 through 12. I'm guessing most of you will need less time than that, so you can feel free to move on with your partner if you need to. But the timer will start now. Alright, so this is the last one we're going to do together, and then rest will be partner work and independent practice. Okay? So let's look at number 13 right here, number 13. So in this one we have two variables on one side of the equation. So the first step we need to do is always combine any like terms we have. And if we look, we have two like terms right here, our 8x and our minus 7x, which is the same thing as a negative 7x. So if we combine those together, we're just left with 1x. So we have 28 equals 12 plus x. Remember, it's plus x because the 8x was larger. And then one more step. If this is a positive 12, we do the inverse operation, which is subtracting 12. So subtract 12 from this side, we get 0. What we do to one side, we gotta do the other. We gotta balance it out. So now we subtract 12. 28 minus 12 is 16. So now we have x equals 16. And we have our final answer, just like that. Easy peasy. Alright, so let's try one more just because this is a different kind of equation for 14. So 14, same thing. We need to combine our like terms. Combine your like terms. So 2y plus 5y is 7y. So 7y minus 7 equals 0. And there's two more steps we got. So then we need to do the inverse operation of subtracting 7. And obviously the opposite of subtracting 7 is adding 7. And balance it out. Add 7 to this side. And 0 plus 7 is just 7. You can rewrite the equation. 7y equals 7. And then just like the last couple examples we've done, if there's a coefficient next to a variable, that is a multiplication operation. So the opposite of that is dividing. Divide 7. Boom. What we do to one side, we do to the other. And divide 7. So our final answer, we got y equals 1. And booyah, we got our answer. Alright, so the next problems from 15 to 23 you will complete with your elbow partner. Should take realistically probably 4 minutes to complete this. And once you complete that though, the rest of the sheet, numbers 24 to 46, will be completed silently and independently. If you need help, feel free to ask your teacher for help because I'm sure they are more than able to do that and want to as well. Alright, and you can begin now.